Hi, I'm Balaji Chippada and welcome back to my channel. In continuation of our Python series for data science, in this video, let's talk about if-else statements. Now, let's take a real life example. Let's say I have a budget of 25,000 rupees to buy a smartphone, but the smartphone that I would want to buy is costing me around 40,000 rupees. At that time, what I will do is, if my budget is greater than the current smartphone price, then I will be able to buy that phone. If it is not, then I will think that okay, this is not the right time to buy that phone because I don't have a budget. So in this scenario, you have decided whether to buy a smartphone or not based on a condition, right? That is what if else does in Python programming as well. So without any ado, let's get started with the coding. If condition in Python. Now let's understand syntax of if condition. We write if space and we want to provide the condition we want to check for, and then colon. Once it is done, you provide a piece of code with indentations. This is the syntax of if condition in Python. How it will work is, if the condition that you provide is true or valid, then it will execute the piece of code inside this block. That is how execution works. Now back to our example. Let's say my budget is 25,000 rupees and my new mobile price is 40,000 rupees. And if I'm checking for if budget is greater than the current mobile price, I'm not getting a new smartphone. Here my budget value is 25,000 and the mobile value is 40,000 and this condition is false. It will not execute this print statement. Now let's execute this code and you will not get any output because the code is not executing this print statement. But if I reverse this condition and saying if my budget is less than the new mobile price, then I am not getting a new smartphone because my budget is not enough. And let's execute this and I'm getting this print statement. Why? Because this condition is a valid condition according to my parameters. Here, if you notice, I have given 4 indentation spaces and this is the industry standard. Technically, I don't need to give any indentations. If I execute this cell like this, it will give me the output, but it is not at all recommended because it is not an industry standard and it also makes reading of your code much harder. So follow this indentation standard, which is of 4 spaces or a tab. If you see, for the same variables for greater than and less than, I have two different if conditions. Can I mix these two if conditions into a single if statement? Yes, that is where else comes into picture. The syntax of if else is like this. If a condition is true, then execute this piece of code. Else, if that condition is not true, execute this piece of code. So back to our example. Now my budget is 40,000 rupees and new mobile price is 25,000 rupees. I am writing if budget is less than the current mobile price, print I am not getting a new smartphone. If this condition is not true, then execute this piece of code which is inside the else block. The output is I am getting a new smartphone because my budget value, which is of 40,000, is greater than the current mobile price and this condition is failing. That is why Python is going into this else block and printing this statement. I hope that is clear. Now, for example, I am in a classroom and I want to grade students based upon the percentage. And the grading varies like this. If the percentage is greater than 90, then he is graded to grade A. If it is greater than 80, grade B, greater than 70, grade C, greater than 60, grade D, greater than 50, grade E. Now let's understand the flow of execution here. Initially, I have provided the value of 75 inside a variable called percentage, and in the first line of if condition, we are checking if this percentage is greater than 90 or not. Because this is not a valid condition, it will not go into this print statement, it will not print grade A, right? And because these two lines are execution done, now it will go to the next if condition. And if my percentage is greater than 80, which is also a false, it will not go inside this print statement and it will not print grade B. Now it will go to the next if condition, which is greater than 70. As my value 75 is greater than 70, it will go inside this if condition and it will print grade C. and then it will go to the next if condition and it will check it again. Now my value is 75 greater than 60, which is valid, but and then it will print grade D, and it will go to the next if condition and this is a valid one, it will print grade E. Now let's execute this. I get output as C and D and E. But if you are thinking in a common sense way, I cannot provide one student which got 75% multiple grades C, D and E, right? This is not a valid one. So what to do in this scenario? In this scenario, either I can modify my statements like this. If percentage greater than 90 and percentage less than 99, print grade A. Now let's copy this and multiply it multiple times. So let's take this much, and greater than equal to 80 and less than 89, it's grade B, and greater than or equal to 70 and less than or equal to 79, let's say grade C, and greater than or equal to 60 and less than 69, let's do grade D. Now if I execute this, as my percentage value is 75, which only falls in this if condition, it will only print grade C. But is there a better way of coding this rather than using multiple if statements? Yes, that is where elif comes into picture. Now let's understand the syntax of elif statements in if else. Okay, if my primary condition is true, execute this piece of code and come out of the if condition. Cool. Next, if my primary condition is false, check for this condition 2 under elif, which is else if. And if condition true is true, then execute the piece of code inside the condition 2. If it is false, then go to the condition 3 and check whether it is true or false. And if it is true, execute this piece of code. And if all of these conditions are false, execute the piece that is inside the else block. That is how the syntax works for elif inside a if else statement. Now going back to our example, percentage equal to 75. Now let me execute this and understand the output first. So we are getting directly grade C rather than getting grade C and D and E. How is it working? First, it will check if percentage is greater than 90. It is not, then it will go to elif. Else if percentage greater than 80, 75 is not greater than or equal to 80, even this condition is failing, and go to the next elif, which is percentage greater than 70, which is valid because 75 is greater than 70 and it is printing grade C. Because one of the elif statements is valid, it will not execute any of the remaining cells. Either it could be elif or else. It will come out of the if statement and it will execute whatever is there outside of this if statement, which is print end. If I execute this, this is how you use elif conditions in real-time scenarios. Now, let's take one more example in which we talk about nested if conditions, nested if else conditions. Let's say I have a number 42. Now I need to print whether this number is an even number or odd number. So first and foremost, first I need to check if my number is greater than 0. And then if this condition is true, I'm printing positive. Inside this, I am using another if statement in which I am checking if the number is even number or not. If the remainder when dividing by 2 is 0, then it's an even number. Else, it's an odd number, right? So if I give number as 42, first it will go under this condition because 42 is greater than 0, and it will print this statement, and then it will check if it is a even number or not by using this if else condition. If it is even, it will print even. If it is not, it will print odd. Okay, let's execute this. Okay, now it is 42, right? Now what if I say my number is minus 42? What it will work is, first it will check if number is greater than 0. Because it is a false, it will go to the elif, the next condition, and which my number minus 42 is less than 0, and this condition is true. Because of it, we are printing negative number. Cool. Now what if I give condition as 0, and if I execute, First, it will check if it is greater than 0. Because it fails, it will check for less than 0, and even this condition will fail because it is not less than 0. Because both of these conditions got failed, it executes the cell which is inside the else block, which is print 0. There are some rules or guidelines while you are doing a nested if else statements. You can build how many multiple nested if else statements you want, but it is not recommended to go deeper or more than 3 if else statements, because that will get the code too much clumsy. That's all, everything that is there about if else statements using Elif as well in real time scenarios. I hope you learned something new in this video, and if you are liking the content what you are watching, please do subscribe and click that bell icon to get notified daily. We'll meet you in the next video. Peace out.